I work with EFI Electronics for Imaging. I'm the Director of Market Segment Management within the Fiery Business Unit. Everyone talks about automation. I just mentioned it in the presentation as well, right? I believe that Drupa next year will be the Drupa of automation. I think everyone, including us and our customers, need to look at automation because, especially display graphics, where margins have been very, very healthy. We see a little bit of margin pressure, so obviously we need to do something to help our customers. I think as EFI, it's kind of two sides of the story. I think we obviously want to focus on the EFI ecosystem, and what we believe is the EFI ecosystem is really a whole tool or suite of tools that can help the customer all the way from order creation to final product, right? So web to print, order creation, the auto count, measuring what's happening in the print room, the DFE, the printer, the ink, kind of all coming from one source, being EFI. That helps us to provide a seamless experience, right? The tools all work together, they communicate nicely together. But it also gives the customer a lot of power, right? Because it's kind of all from one source. So if one piece, like one wheel, kind of starts hanging somewhere a little bit, he can give us a call and we can fix the whole suite. At the same time, we want to be as open as possible, right? So we're partnering with companies like an ESCO Switch, for example, or actually I think it's Enfocus, but same thing, or in One Vision solution. So we're partnering really with the industry leading players. So we're a solution provider. So the customer can kind of pick and choose, and he never has to buy the full thing, right? And pick and choose what pieces he wants, and can be ensured that they work nicely together. Yeah, it's mostly non-revenue, but no value creation, right? I mean, one thing is, can you charge for it or can you not charge for it? But also, is there a perceived value to the customer, right? If I design something and it's pretty and the customer likes it, that's why he comes back to me, even if I can't charge for it, there's significant value for me. But if it's just receiving a PDF and pre-flighting, normalizing it, that's not as much value. Oh man, that's a good question. I mean, I think first of all, so yes, a lot of the printing segments are shrinking. But I'm always a bit defensive about it because especially we at the EFI, we play in so many diverse markets. I mean, we're doing street signs. There's a lot of street signs. We're doing ceramics, we're doing wood, we're doing building material. So there's a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of decoration, or people making things colorful that can find their niche and can do some really, really high margin. It's Automator die, right? That was actually one of the sessions I was doing at FESPA. It's truth. But it doesn't mean that it can only be the flyer alarms of this world, right? So you mentioned the mom and pop shops, right? I mean, obviously they have a relationship which is priceless. I have a mom and pop shop that's on my way to the airport. I use them all the time because I'm late. But even in a small environment, automation can work and will work. I visited a customer 2 years ago, I think, and he customized, or he optimized on mermaid costumes. Right? A complete niche market, one textile printer, a couple of washing machines, and a little bit post-processing, had this little web shop, and highly lucrative, right? Because it's a complete niche, but it was fully automated. They need to be a service provider or a solution provider, right? What do their customer want to achieve? And it's not just ink on paper and doing a flyer, it's the whole experience, right? What does my customer want to do, and how can I provide them with the full solutions? So yeah, we as EFI, we can really show what we call the EFI ecosystem. So it goes really all the way from job creation to final print. And again, it's important to me to say, like, where it makes sense, we partner with other companies to have the right tools. We like to talk, for example, a lot about what we call the unified print room. What we mean with that is, so you have some toner equipment, you have some inkjet equipment, and those guys don't talk to each other, right? They're in different rooms and that kind of stuff. I even saw one customer at one point, they had different colored shirts on. I mean, that's how bad it can get. But if both of that equipment is driven with a Fiery, we can now have one command workstation control them all, so we can bring all those pieces together. We have an online training platform, so it's easier to train your staff. It's less cross-training, right? So you can move them around. And a lot of folks have problems with staff leaving and getting them on board and that kind of stuff. So I think there's a lot of benefit for the customers.